Hey, Shalom, Yasharala. Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Peace, Israel. Before I get started with this lesson, I got to give all the praises, all the honor, and all the glory to our Heavenly Father and His only beloved Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakah Kodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakah Kodash, the water, the water, the water, the water Yahweh, the water Yahweh Shai, the water Yahweh, the water Yahweh Shai, the water Yahweh Shema Shai Hatah, Salakia, Abanawa, Shema Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwithka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Baha, Ratazah, Kuwa, Hayah, Bashemayim, the Thaganawa, Lokam, Call Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kawabwatanawa, Kasalakanawa, Kawabwatianawa, Wala'a, Thabaya-nawa, Bakasaya 1, Mayan, Rai Kaya Laka, Amalakwaf, Waha Wahata Pa'arath, La'awalamyam, Aman Tuwa, Damyad, Damyad, Damyad. So let it be done, man. Alright. Water again, Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, for another beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? Another blessed day here on this planet Idan at the water. Yahweh Shemel Shai for waking me up, waking us up this morning into His Yapa'ah, beautiful royal family at the water. Yahweh Shemel Shai for His everlasting grace and mercy and favor that He has shown bestowed upon us here in these last days at the water. Yahweh Shemel Shai for His wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, for the opportunity to teach His word, truth, and sincerity, to come out here on the highways and byways and prophesy to the east wind, prophesy of His legendary return, and prophesy downfall of daughter Babylon, aka America, man, and the water Yahweh Shemel Shai again for my Sifus, that apostles and elders, the GMS Ruwa, and they teach well, and the branches that teach us just like them. The water Yahweh Shemel Shai for the spirit of life, the breath of life, the Rakakodash Holy Spirit that He had breathed into our nostrils, man, causing us to remember ourselves here in the land of our captivities. Yes, indeed. And Shalom to the Bayat Daudas of David. And it's yours truly back, with another camp. Yahweh Zaz edifying, comforting, motivated to the lost sheep. What a time, man. Look, these are the best times to be alive, man. All jokes aside, everything is going according to plan. We see it. And we're talking about it. We're talking about it in real time. You know what I'm saying? Everything is coming together, man. The beast system, the image of the beast is beginning to speak. You know what I'm saying? They're getting ready to usher in their NWO. This dollar's about to go bye-bye. All right? Hey, he's gonna make rich and poor. He's getting ready to make rich and poor to take his digital device, the mischievous device. This is what we're warning. Oh, and the spirit, is speaking, pretty much saying these are the last warnings. These are the last warnings that's going out before these things come forth. Oh, but the beautiful part about it is we're telling you these things before they come forth. Oh, and in the scriptures, my father said, hey, he already foretold you of these things. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. And who is he using? The prophets of old. The only prophets of old. Those are his mouthpieces. You see? So he's using his mouthpieces to speak these things, to prophesy, means to say before, to speak these things before they even take place, man. It's beautiful. And the water Yahweh Shemel Shai again, for the eye salve, for the Rakakodash Holy Spirit, because without that spirit, that mighty spirit, I would not be doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't even know any of this. I wouldn't have this understanding. I wouldn't even have the inspiration to come out here and do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But the water Yahweh Shemel Shai for the inspiration, and for the Rakakodash Holy Spirit, we pray the Lord keeps that mighty spirit on us until the end. We pray we endure to the end. You know what I'm saying? And we pray Yahweh Shemel Shai keeps us hidden under the shadow of His wings, because it's getting ready to get real bad. You see? Oh, and the internet, hey, the internet is undefeated. Because we are at the end of 2025. We got 2 more months left. As I record this, it's currently the last day in October, Halloween. You know what I'm saying? And then you already know next month in November it's gonna be really interesting, man. We gonna see, you know, because you know your government like to play with the minds of the people. They know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They just want to get a reaction out the people. You see, right? And they're doing just that. You know, they're setting the stage up. They're moving forward with what they want to do and what they gotta do. They gotta do it. It's written. It's written. You know, they know what time it is. Oh, the elites on the left hand know what time it is, and the elites on the right hand know what time it is. You know, everything is being gathered together at this time, man. All the players in the game, you know, it's there. You know, all the players are there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on the right hand and on the left. You know what I'm saying? So this thing's gonna be epic, man. This is gonna be the best movie. This is the best movie ever created. If you ask me, this is the best. Can't no movie top this one, man. You know? So let's bring out some precepts, man. You know what I'm saying? Continue to prophesy to the east wind. Continue to warn the inhabitants of the land of what's getting ready to happen, what's getting ready to take place. You see? So it's the book of Psalms, chapter 12. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 12. And verse 1, and it reads, it says, help, Lord Yahweh, right? For the godly man ceaseth. It says, for the faithful fell from among the children of men. It says, they speak vanity, every one with his neighbor. With flattering lips and with a double heart do they speak. And these are the people we're amongst. They speak vanity. They speak vanity and lies unto the people, man. The oppressors, you know, the wicked, you know, that's you know, that has indeed taken over, you know, the planet at this time, according to the book of Job chapter 9 and verse 24. See, they speak vanity. You see, hey, their NWO is vanity. You read that. Why do the heathen rage? Right? And the people imagine a vain thing because, hey, they running out of time, man. They know this. They falling like lightning, man. This place is finished, man. Everything, hey, man. You know, so this place is vanity. Vanity of vanity, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. And we know this. You see? But guess what? We know this to be true, right? That everlasting rest is at hand. An everlasting kingdom is at hand. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. This is what we're prophesying about. We know that. That kingdom is not going to be built up in vain. That kingdom is going to stand forever and ever. You see? Verse 3 says, the Lord Yahweh shall cut off all flattering lips and the tongue that speaketh proud things, man. You see? Because the wicked speak proudly. They're speaking proudly right now, man. It's all over the internet. They really boast in their heart's desire. They boast in their AI. They boast in their new technology. They boast in their military, their weapons, their arrows, their swords. So they boast in these things, right? Their nuclear capabilities. They boast in these things. They run and test and shit. You know? Verse 4, it says, who have said with our tongue we will prevail? Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise. What the Lord say? What is taking place at this time? Has not the Lord risen upon us? Oh, that light. That light, right? Right over in the book of Isaiah chapter 6. What the scripture says arise, for thy light is come. Oh, we just read in the scriptures, now will I arise, saith the Lord. See? So we're living in a time where the king himself, the great king of old, has risen upon us, man. And now his light is truly shining within us. And see, oh, that's why he said in the New Testament, shine that same light into the world so that all the inhabitants of the land may see it. You see? And glorify your Father which dwells in the high heavens. See, these are the times we're living in, man. It's no denying it. That's why everybody on the internet, you mocking, you scoffing, right? You talking about what's going on. You see, because it's all over the internet. See, now your influencers, your entertainers, your so-called celebrities, they know what's going on, right? So it's like, oh, what? Yeah. Guess what? You can do nothing against the truth but for it. Hey, what's going on, bro?
My dad and them, they from Florida, but you know, he stayed there.
Yes, so like it's a liar. Oh, we was just talking about that. You know, the wicked, they speak lies, they speak proud things. That's true. You know who the wicked is according to the scriptures? You can guess. Everybody got what? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Benjamin Franklin in their pockets, right? Whoa, look who faces on the money. Look who's taking over the planet this time. Look who runs all the resources, the banks. You see? That's the wicked. They faces are all over the money. Our faces are on the money. So we have no power. We have no control. They got everything. See, and this is what we're talking about, right? And they're getting ready to show that power real soon. They talking about it. They threaten the people. Oh, they're going to take away benefits, take away this, take away that. You going to own nothing, be happy. But guess what? We've been telling you that's going to happen. Oh, but now they showing IU who they are. You see? Oh, you going to see it. You going to see it.
We already see it. That's
Yeah.
the thing. It's great. They trying to cut off the escape. So the certain people that's trying to escape the matrix, as they like to call it, they're trying to cut it off with that digital ID shit.
Right.
So once they implement the digital ID and they shut off everybody's privacy and everybody got electric cars and you try to go somewhere and it's not prohibited, and it's prohibited and they don't want you to go there, they're going to shut your car off. Or they're going to turn your digital ID car off. That's really what they're trying to do.
They're trying to, bro, it's the real thing. They're trying to control everything. They're trying to control the masses. They want to be like the Most High. You can read that in the Bible.
Yeah,
I shall be as God. I shall be like the Most High. Right. Who is God, right? That's still speaking proudly. This is what we're warning the people. You know?
They don't want to listen though. Nobody want to wake up. Everybody, because they so comfortable living the way that they living right now. And when you tell them exactly what you're telling them now, the problem is they don't want to change everything that they've been doing. Because they've been living their life a certain way their whole life. Yeah. So you put that sauce on them, and it's like, if I start believing what you say, I'm gonna have to change my ways. I'm gonna have to escape. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want to have to go through that pain of escaping. So they decide to stay in the matrix, stay trapped.
Stay
but they don't realize, right? They stay comfortable. But they don't realize they couldn't.
I'm not comfortable in this place. It's not. But I don't care if I have a lot of money in this place. Knowing what I know now, I still would have been comfortable because I know what's gonna happen. Yeah. My money got in them. Dude, the money days are numbered. It's numbered, bro. They're literally getting ready to do it. Everything. They're already setting up the digital stuff with the chip and shit.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
it's only a matter of time, and all they need is an excuse. Right. And they looking for that excuse. They trying real hard to look for that excuse. The people that we don't see, that's in the dark, that be having these secret councils, these secret meetings. You know, guess what? They're thinking about what they're gonna do against the poor. Right. That's us, and they know that, man. You see, that's why one day I'm not gonna be doing this anymore. Even this is running out of time. Right. So I gotta do what I can, because sooner or later we gonna be off the streets. They're gonna have damn robots marching up and down these streets. They're gonna have military people in tanks and shit like that coming through. Yeah. Doing what they have to do. These stores gonna get shut down. These stores gonna get shut down. No food. Oh, how are we gonna be able to buy and sell? You need that little chip. Now what are we gonna do?
That's why it's so important to start taking notice of what's going on and getting the fuck out the way. That's what it is. But. And
then it's also a trap, because look at, bro, we grew up being city boys and city girls and shit. Yeah. No, bro, that's not how we're supposed to be. That's how they want us to live. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That shit is backwards.
Nigga, back then, niggas, like in Bible days, bro, niggas was growing their own food.
We had our own shit.
We had our own medicine. We had our own community, nigga. And all us black people was working together. The white people in the Caucasus Mountains. all these people working together. I ain't saying, black is better than white. I ain't saying nothing like that. I'm just saying there wasn't too many white people around. We had, all the community working together, like Jews and stuff, Middle Eastern, I think they were.
Yeah, that's what they call Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern. Man, we was all working together as a community fixing shit, bro. The Romans, they fucked everything up. They rewrote the Bible, so everything that we read in the Bible isn't even the original Bible. So it's still facts, it's still true. They took some stuff out though, they threw some stuff in, and that's just the reality of it.
Oh wait, let me read. That's crazy. Because these scriptures, I'm not gonna lie, it's been messed with, it's been tampered with, but for the most part, you even read it, and that's crazy because I was actually about to read it. For the most part, it's faithful and true. It's a real book.
Yeah.
Like for example, they're not gonna have the actual name of the Lord written on the scriptures. Why? Because the Lord don't want that. That see, this world don't know who the world enemy called God or Jesus. They really don't know who he is.
Right.
He's not okay. Here it is. It's the most intelligent, entity to ever exist. Why on his green earth would he want these people, these mere mortals, to know who he really is?
All right.
Just think about it, bro. Jesus. Yeah, Jesus wants Jesus, he's gonna reveal himself unto all people, unto everybody. He's gonna save everybody. That's kind of what they taught me growing up, bro. Yeah. But that's not written. That's what we're telling y'all. You didn't read that, bro.
Right.
That's not in the Bible. That's all we're saying. That's what we grew up learning. Then when I cracked this open, and if you believe in prophecy, the Holy Oracle's written. Prophecy said the Lord himself, who the world enemy called Jesus, when his real name is in Hebrew. He's a Hebrew. We're in Hebrew. From the tribe of Judah. You read that in the book of Hebrews chapter 7. It is evident when Jesus is real, he sprang out of Judah. King David, a Judite. King Solomon, a Judite. Right? And it gets deep. King Solomon, that's the Lord in his past life. See? And you read that in 2 Samuel chapter 7. Like, but these are the secrets, these are the mysteries that the Lord is going to reveal unto the meek, the poor, the humble, the lowly. You see? He's not going to reveal it unto these people. That's why they still think his name is Jesus. Yeah, it's in there, but no, you got to go deeper, though.
Yeah, you got to go deeper.
He was a Hebrew, and his name is Yahweh, which means he is the Savior.
They translated his name like 7 times.
Yeah, but
that's really not his name.
No. And then you go into that word Jesus, it's the fire, bro. It is an earthquake. You know what I'm saying? That shit is the fire, right?
It gets so deep, man. They hide all that shit from us, and we just living life super oblivious. Certain niggas don't even want to wake up to the truth. Most of us are oblivious.
See, let me finish reading this. It says Psalms 12:5 says, "For the oppression of the poor, for the sign of the needy, now will I arise, saith the Lord." And Lord, all caps, is Yahweh, not Jehovah. See, because these mountains be like, oh, Jehovah or Yahweh. No, bro. No. His name is Hebrew. That's not Hebrew. And if you know the Hebrew alphabet, it's 22 letters. And it's only like sounds, ba, da, da, I sounds, no O, no U, no E in Hebrew. And it's 22 letters. See? So look, and we was just talking about how the Bible was like messed with, woo. That's true. But for the most part, we have the actual script.
We have what we need.
Yeah, we have what we need for the most part.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Yeah, these mortals, they're trying to rip things out and burn it. Like, how do we still have it?
Right.
Bro, I still, okay, so if they did these things over the centuries, over the ages to this book, how do I still have it right now and I'm doing what I'm doing? Because I know that God that exists. And you read it right here. It says the words of the Lord are pure words. It says, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, he purifieth 7 times. And the number 7 represents perfection, completion. This book is perfect. It's perfect. It's not polluted, it's not defiled. And because it's been refined, it's been tried over and over and over again. You see? Verse 7 says, thou shalt keep them O Lord, Yahweh, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. So he preserved his word. And he's preserving us with this word. See? It says the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. You see? And it was nothing the wicked could do. And that's scary, bro. That's how you know the prophecies that were written is real. And we're actually living it. And you're going to see it. You read that in Habakkuk chapter 2. These people think it's a joke. Oh, y'all been saying that for over hundreds of years. I mean, that's kind of true. That's because, like, I don't know. Inwardly, they know that the words that's written, it's going to happen. You just don't know when. Yeah. But you read that in Ezekiel 12. You read that in Habakkuk 2. The prophet's like, oh, no, just wait for it. Because these people, they cast it afar off. Oh, that's not going to happen in my lifetime. Yeah. That's going to happen way down the line. Oh, yeah? Well, guess what? The God of the Bible said, oh, they saying that? Well, I'm going to make the time faster. Have you noticed? Time's been moving, right? I swear, bro, we about to be in 2026. Yeah. Time is going. And you read that in the Bible. Make the time short. Because the elect, the Lord said, for the elect's sake, I'm going to make a day short in the New Testament. That's red letter. So if he's, in this God, which is called the Ancient of Days, he rules over time. Time don't have dominion over him and over his son. So they can make the time go by faster. That's why even the scientists saying the globe is spinning faster than normal ever since 2020, Yeah. And let time keep going, it's gonna go by faster, faster, faster. That's why these might talking about, nuclear capabilities, digital system, all these rumors, right? World War III. Yeah. Hey, Trump know what's going on. And then they're gonna make it to where we can't really, that's how you know it's gonna get real, because they're gonna make it to where we can't talk about these people in power. They're gonna come up against us, and you read that in the book of Revelation.
We already can't, barely. We got a little bit of leeway, but it's barely. Niggas been getting banned, niggas been getting killed, silenced, sick, all types of stuff.
And they be messing with my channel too, and I'm a nobody. Yeah. They be cutting off videos. Like sometimes it takes forever for me to upload my video. They be shadow banning my shit. Yeah. I'm a nobody, bro. You wanna watch I'm doing this. But if I was doing anything else, my channel is just fine. Just fine. So I know they be watching. Yeah. And then they categorizing, right? And then the scary part is, like I said, these entertainers, you mock it, but all you're doing is spreading the word even more. That's all you're doing. That's what we want. That's what the Lord wants. Yeah, keep spreading the word, man. Yeah. Because you read, because he don't want no excuse. Ain't nobody gonna have no excuse. That's a scary thing. You ain't gonna have no excuse. So when this thing happens, you gonna think, oh shit, I heard this before. Now you see it. Now you're gonna get butterflies in your stomach. Now what are you gonna do?
Right, because you know what's going on.
Yeah, see? So that's how we get built up now. They think it's a game. It don't matter if you're rich. It don't matter. It don't matter. That's why the best thing is to get in this, bro. That's the best thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? I was about to bring out Jeremiah 4 because I was about to bring out Jeremiah 4 and 6 because it's pretty much going into like Jeremiah warning the people that the Babylonians are coming, but they ignored him. All right. Just like how they ignoring us. Now they hear us, but they not studying us, bro. They don't care. They really don't, bro. Yeah. But that's because the Lord don't want them to be. He put that spirit on them. Like, okay, this is not dealing with them. The Lord's not dealing with the majority of these people on this planet. Just like what the church say. The church said, God loves everybody. No, he do not, bro. That's why they get mad at us. Because it's real. Yeah. He says he loves a specific people. Right. That's the children of Israel. Really beginning with the elect. There's like a chosen of the chosen in this nation. And we pray we're of that majestic number. Yeah, that's the only way you get out. That's the only way you're leaving here. Because have you heard of like UFOs, spaceships? It's all over the internet. And you capturing it. I myself have seen them. They all around now. Right. You see? On my channel, right? You see how you pulled up? It was a man. If I'm not mistaken, I felt like he came from down here. You walk from down here, right?
Yeah, I came from down here.
Yeah, he walked from down here, and it's on my channel too. He came from down here, he walked up, and I wouldn't say he looked homeless, but like he had shades on, he had kind of like dressed like the so-called black man, right? And he came up to me like he knew me. He was like, my man, that man like this. My man. It was like, now this is when I was younger, like when I first started doing this. It was so weird. But like, you know, I was doing my thing, I was talking to him, I was like, hey brother, do you know who you are, He was like, you know, he was acting like he didn't know.
Yeah.
Right, and then we was like having a conversation, and I was basically telling him that he could be an Israelite, and he pretty much was like, he's everything. Like he's God, he's everything. And I was like, you're God? What you mean? He was like, I'm him. He was pretty much saying, I'm him.
Yeah.
I'm the one, you know, I'm the one that you're talking about. I was like, who, you? But I didn't really get it. I didn't really get what he was saying, but pretty much what he was saying was he was an angel. Yeah.
Real life angels and demons walking the earth, man.
I didn't understand it because it wasn't time for me to understand it back then. But then when I watched the video, I played it back. I was like, what? And then he was pretty much saying I was blessed, you know. He was like, yeah, bro, he was like, take it as a blessing. Yo, you are blessed. Yeah. You don't even know who you're talking to. And I was like, and I went by faith. I was like, hey, I believe you, bro. Like, I believe you. Yeah. Even though I didn't know him, I was like, I just felt an excitement.
Right.
You know?
You feel the energy.
Yeah, I felt an excitement. And once again, it was weird because how he came up to me was like he already knew who I was. Yeah. And I didn't know who this man was. But that's how they come. That's how the actual angels come. Oh, and they lied to us too about that too, saying they little white babies, like Cupid with arrows and shit. No, bro, the angels, bro, are tall, so-called black men, deep voices.
Yeah.
You know, you heard of Archangel Michael and Gabriel and Raphael,
Well, it's different type of angels. You got like seraphim, and they look like they got the circles all around them and a whole bunch of eyes. Then you got what you talking about, like Michael, Gabriel, the tall, dark.
It get deep.
Them the fighters though. Every angel got their own, calling, but
it get real deep. But this is the times where they're getting ready to show themselves.
Yeah.
Like they're getting ready to materialize out here. Like I said, don't be surprised you see a huge figure, at least 10, 15 feet tall, you know. Yeah. With a sword in his hand, he just going through the middle.
They came down here before. We've already. You ever heard of Simeon Tokyo? Simeon Toko?
Oh, you heard about that story? Yeah, he was an angel. That was like 1960 or something.
Yeah.
Around that time. Yeah, that was real.
I don't know what he was, but I know that he summoned angels, gang. And I think this was in Africa, and he summoned like a whole army of them, and there was a whole bunch of black, 10 feet beams, swords, and fire coming out their eyes and all type of crazy stuff. He summoned that army, man. They tried to kill this man. They tried to do a whole bunch of stuff to him. They wasn't going for it. He kept getting, regenerated and kept coming back to life and stuff. This is a real story.
The government had that classified.
Yeah,
but
they try to shut this stuff down, but it always comes to light. God said everything in darkness will come to light.
And you want to know scary too?
What's that?
That's a very true thing that happened. And then he prophesied. He said, "You do know that I'm gonna leave this place, but you know that there's more that's gonna come that looks just like me." Who you think he's talking about?
Us.
Right? He's talking about us. The people, really the men on the sign, the 144,000.
We gotta tap into.
That's written. So they know that these spirits over time, the living God is gonna send those souls back through the what? Through the act of sex, your mom and your father.
Yeah.
Send those souls back.
That's how I started the first song. Then God had to cut them all off with the flood. That's why they cut down the big old trees and they look like mountains, but they actually tree stuff. They cut them down to kill off the Nephilim. It says that in the Bible, gang. It speaks about the Nephilim in Genesis.
Yeah.
But niggas try to shut it down.
Like,
Giants and shit. Like Goliath.
Yeah, the so-called Nephilim, really the sons of God. That was really us. When we had our stature back there, when we had our vigor.
There was us, and then there was also some of the fallen angels that God had kicked out of heaven, and they came down to have sex with our female. And then the kid was like a giant, or all different type of shit. But the kid was a giant, and when the guy was saying, like, in Noah's Ark and all that, right? When he was saying, like, I'm gonna create this flood to kill all the bad in the world, that's what he was talking about, really.
Yeah.
He was talking about the people too, because they were also with him. But he was talking about this. That's why they cut the trees down. That's why these mountains look like tree stumps. so the Nephilim couldn't climb up to the trees and survive. This is real shit, man. Like it gets super deep.
So you be into that into the stuff?
Yeah. Now I didn't know about this. I didn't know
you didn't know about
this.
that?
I know a lot of stuff, but there's always more to learn, gang. It's always more to learn. That's why I came over here. You know what I'm saying?
But find your foundation, because like I said, it is a lot of doctrines. There's a lot of doctrines and a lot of philosophies that the Bible warns you about, King Solomon warns you about, and all that. But the foundation is this. You got to get the core foundation, which is this. I believe I have the foundation. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it is all kind of other doctrines and shit, like the Nephilim and all that. But we know that there's 3 classifications of men. You got the sons of God, which is us. We're the sons of God. You got the sons of men, which is the other nations, like the Chinese, the East Indians, the so-called African people. Those are the sons of men. You got the sons of the wicked. That's the so-called white man. He's not white. He's not white. We're not black. No, he's red. Because you read that in the book of Genesis. Esau, his forefather who he descended from, he came out red and hairy, pickish looking. Jacob, that's our forefather, he came regular, dark skin. So they're not white, they're red. We know this. You know what I'm saying? So 3 classifications of men. So the sons of God that God flooded was really us.
One thing I will say though, with the Bible, God put in the Bible exactly what He knew what we would need, but no more. So there are definitely secrets of this world that won't be in the Bible, because God said they don't need to know this, or you know what I'm saying, this is knowledge that's beyond their understanding, or whatever the case may be.
Of course.
So when I start getting into this stuff, I'm like, can I back this by the Bible? If not, then where is my other proof? Where can I find some foundation on it if I can't find it through the Bible? So He put in there what we need, and that's the basis of everything. That's the foundation, like you said. But there are different branches that you can branch off to learn about other things. But
like have you heard of the Apocrypha?
Apocrypha?
Another book, the Apocrypha. It got the Maccabees brothers in there.
Yeah.
It got more of King Solomon's writings in there. Our forefather Sirach is in there. You know about that book?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot in there.
They got a lot of shit. They got
but it's canon. It's canon. It's actually a part
of the Bible, right? In Ethiopia, they got the Ethiopian Bible. It got 88 books. That got extra books like the Book of Enoch, the Book of Solomon, the Book of Thomas. One of them got Thomas and all. They got a whole bunch of books. But that's the foundation. When you branch off, you start to read all these different, ancient scripts and texts that also have some truth to it. But this is where you start, the Bible.
Yeah.
This is where you start.
Yeah, bro. You could take my channel down from nothing, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. So, put you on YouTube?
Yeah, no, YouTube. Watch this. I'm gonna type in my name. Just subscribe, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, don't be surprised, because we don't have a lot of time left to do this. Because they're gonna come after the internet. They're gonna come after. It's gonna get so serious that they're gonna come after this too. And like I said, it's a real thing, man. So we just wanted people to know this whole thing. Yeah, bro. So subscribe.
Yeah.
I'm about to bring out Jeremiah chapter 4. Listen to this real quick. Jeremiah 4. Jeremiah 4:1 says, "If thou wilt return, O Israel," talking about us, saith the Lord Yahweh, "return unto me. And if thou wilt put away thine abominations out of my sight, then shalt thou not be removed. And thou shalt swear the Lord live in truth, in judgment, and in righteousness, and the nations shall bless themselves in him, and in him shall they glory. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh to the men of Judah and Jerusalem. That's to the southern and northern kingdom. The men of Judah, that's us. And Jerusalem is the northern kingdom. The so-called Cubans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. That's our people here. The Mexicans.
Yeah.
That's Jerusalem in the Bible. Right? It says, break up your fallow ground and sow not among thorns. It says, circumcise yourselves to the Lord Yahweh and take away the foreskins of your heart, ye men of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem, lest my fury come forth like fire. And that's coming. The Lord is about to pour out his fury, his righteousness, and indignation upon this place like fire. And you read that in the New Testament. You see, the fire is being kindled. He's stirring up the spirit, stirring up the left hand, stirring up the right hand. The fire is going to come from the heavens. And the actual fire is going to come from the so-called ICBMs, nuclear capabilities. So this place is gonna go out by pure fire. That's scary, bro. It's serious. But like I said, you got people that's mocking and stuff and not really knowing how serious this thing is really about to get.
Yeah.
Like it's deadly serious, bro, and it's scary, man. You know? And we don't want no smoke. But it says, lest my fury come forth like fire and burn that none could quench it. Because of the evil of your doings. It says, declare ye in Judah and publish in Jerusalem and say, blow ye the trumpet in the land, and we will represent that trumpet. Oh shit. Hold up. That's crazy. We're blowing the trumpet, we're sounding the alarm of what? War. Evil, pestilence. The damn devil's getting ready to come down. Revelation 12:12. Great wrath. Getting ready to damn be draconian. Getting ready to show himself who he is. Because he has the power right now. The power has been given unto him. Right? He gonna use it. See? It says, blow you the trumpet in the land, cry, gather together and say, assemble yourselves and let us go into the defense cities. Set up the standard toward Zion, retire, stay not, for I will bring evil from the north and a great destruction. He's gonna bring evil from the north. From Russia, Russia, China, they gonna invade this place. And a great destruction. The destruction is coming. It says the lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. Who's that lion? That's the Lord from the tribe of Judah. The lion from the tribe of Judah. Yeah, he's on his way. He's gonna come up from his thicket. His thicket represents his holy tabernacle, right? The throne. He's going to come down, right? And that day, in the midst of World War III, oh yeah, that's when the Lord going to come with all the angels, you know. And they're going to crack this atmosphere and they're going to come in like a tsunami.
What's going to happen first? They're going to have, so the first thing, the rapture, that's going to be the first thing. Where he bring up all the people like me and you that's out here.
Yeah, the Israelites.
He's going to come up here, he's going to rapture everybody that's doing the right thing. And then it's a 7-year tribulation period.
No.
Yes,
no. Ain't no 7-year tribulation. No. Tribulation. You're living in tribulation now. You're in the beginning of it.
Oh,
yes, bro. Listen.
When the Antichrist comes, that's when you know.
Who's the Antichrist?
I don't know who it is.
It's
Nobody
the devil.
knows who it is.
The Antichrist represents someone that's against the anointed one. That's it. That's all it means, bro. Anti. You're against the anointed one.
There's going to be a specific Antichrist. There's going to be worship. That's when digital IDs are going to be enforced. Once that happens, then the 7 years Jesus is going to be there already came and everything. This is what I think. And we might have two different points of views on it.
I can read it to you.
Go ahead.
Because look, I could think something too. But if I read it to you, that's it, you know.
Go ahead.
And you don't read no 7-year tribulation, you know. You don't read that.
Read it to me then.
All right, bet. Let me read you something. Because the disciples asked what were going to be the signs of your coming, what were going to be the signs of tribulation. You're seeing the signs, bro. You're hearing of wars and rumors of wars. You're hearing of famine.
You're hearing the signs of tribulation. That doesn't mean we have started tribulation.
Okay, so what's Jacob's trouble?
I don't know what that means.
Jacob's trouble. You're in Jacob's trouble now. That's the tribulation. Ain't no 7 year, you know. That's that church doctrine. But you don't read that. Yeah, it is.
That doesn't come from church.
Yes, it do. It comes from the white man's doctrine. That's his church. We call it plantation Christianity. 7-year tribulation. Oh yeah, that's not written, bro. That ain't written. But look, let me show you. This is Matthew 24. This is Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him, saying privately, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world, right? And Yahushua, and there is Jesus, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed one, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Do you see that happening? Is nation rising up against nation?
That's signs of tribulation, man.
No, that's signs of the tribulation getting ready to take place.
Right. That means it hasn't started yet, which means the 7 years hasn't started.
No. It has begun, bro. Nation is rising up against nation. The Democrats, bro. So is there a division in the land right now? Is everybody on one accord?
No.
It's division, right?
Yeah.
So I just read it. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Right.
That's division.
These are signs of tribulation.
These are signs.
That doesn't mean the tribulation has started.
It hasn't started yet, but you're living in the beginning stage.
Right. I agree with that.
It's going to escalate. It's going to boil over.
Right.
It's going to get hotter.
Yes. I agree.
The water is boiling.
Yeah.
It's going to boil over.
But
so
he's not going to allow, God's not going to allow his chosen people and the ones that have been following him all their life to go through the things that are going to happen during that 7-year tribulation period.
Are you sure about that? So why did the prophet say, okay, so why when you read in 2nd Esdras, right, he said, woe is me. I'm going to read it to you. Hold on. Let me just read it to you. Because the prophets of old seen the visions of the end, and they were in it. And I'm going to read it to you. Jeremiah was in it. Esdras was in it. Let me read it to you. Right? Because they had to go through it. You got to go through the fire. See?
Read it to me. I'm going to have to.
All right. No, you have to. That's what I'm telling you.
You're not going to just say.
All right. Let me read it to you. So this is 2nd Esdras. Oh, this isn't Apocrypha. This is canon. All right? This is Ezra. This is 2nd Esdras. Chapter 16. And verse number. Oh, and we living in this time too. 2nd Esdras 16, 2nd Esdras 15, right now. I'm gonna start at verse 15. It says, the fire is kindled. Remember that fire? The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot from a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Verse 17, woe is me. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Let's keep reading. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars. And the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? What am I going to do when I witness and experience this taking place in my life? That's what the prophet Esdras is. He's seeing this in the vision. He's in it. What is he going to do in that day? Who going to deliver me? Who going to save me? Who going to save us?
What's the answer? Does it give it? Keep reading.
It says, behold, look, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a minute. I don't say no 7 year, as a woman that travaileth with child,
Okay, I'm hearing what you're saying.
That's how it's going. That don't take no 7 years.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
All right, let's keep going.
I'm not hearing where there's any contradiction to what I'm saying.
You said there's a 7 year. You said God's people's not going to go through tribulation. That's what you said. That's not what Esdras just said.
There's no contradiction.
Huh?
So you know the Bible speaks in like parables sometimes, right?
Right.
Like saying he might give an example of something, but he's not being literal, right?
Yeah.
Like saying the earth is going to burn, but not actually saying the earth is going to burn, right? Which I'm not saying the earth is going to burn. It's going to burn. But I'm just saying, this is an example of what I'm saying. Okay? So when he's saying the arrow and the fire is going to come, he's not saying that the earth is literally just going to heat up and we're all going to burn. Which the earth is going to burn, but after he takes us up, he's not going to make us all burn to death as we were following him. God isn't so. There's a verse in the Bible where there's a city, and I can't be specific on it because I don't know where it is, but I know it's in there. And there's a city in King Solomon. I think it's King Solomon. And he was praying to God, and he was like, "Are you gonna burn the city if there's 50 righteous people in there?"
No, you're talking about Sodom and Gomorrah.
So, yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah. So you know what I'm talking about.
That's in Genesis.
And he pretty much said, if there's 50 righteous people, no, I'm not gonna burn them. He was like, okay, how about 40? No, I'm not gonna burn them.
He was
and
talking
he kept going down and down and down.
Abraham, he's talking to Abraham or Lot?
He was talking to Abraham.
Okay.
Right, and then he said, if there's one righteous person in there, I'm not gonna burn it. Meaning, God isn't going to make all of his people, righteous people, go through what everyone else that hasn't been following him go through. Right? That's where half the promise is when he flooded the earth. Who did he save? Noah. Because they were the righteous people. They were the ones that was following.
They represented the remnant.
Right. So he saved them, just like he's going to come and save us.
Right. There's a remnant that he is going to deliver, but that remnant has to go through the fire. That's why in Esdras you read, he said, fire set on one. And Esdras, look, Esdras will answer a lot of your questions. And Esdras Esdras literally just spoke through me to you. There is no 7 years. You gonna go through it. He just said, woe is me. Woe is me. Who gonna deliver me in those days? Behold, plagues, tribulation, famine, death, evil, destruction. All that is gonna come like a woman that's travailing with a child. Jeremiah said it too. Let's read it real quick. I'm gonna hold this. Jeremiah said it too. Look.
They're saying it, but they're not saying who's gonna go through it.
They're saying we gotta go through it. Listen.
Did they?
Yes, listen.
You didn't read that.
All right, I'm gonna read this to you. Jeremiah 30. And 1, it says, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, said the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to the fathers, and they shall possess it. Yeah, the Lord is going to turn again our captivity, which means he's going to deliver us from slavery right now.
Right.
Okay, cool. Let's see how he's going to do it. It says, and these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. What's that talking about? Let's keep reading. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Verse 7, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. He gonna be delivered out of it, yeah, but he gotta go through it first. Did the Lord, look, listen, in the New Testament, the Lord said, he that endureth until the end. What that mean?
The end of his life, or the end until God comes back.
The end of the tribulation. You gotta endure it. You gotta go through it.
It doesn't say the end of tribulation. You can't put those specific words into God's mouth.
I'm not. I'm telling you what he's telling you. I'm telling you what he told
Those
us.
who endure to the end will be saved.
Right, you gotta
endure.
Do you know what that means to endure?
I know what it means.
You gotta go through
listen,
it.
gang. Let me speak, bro.
All right.
The end, meaning, it could mean the tribulation, but it doesn't say that. It could mean the end of our life. It doesn't say. It could mean the end until God comes back and delivers us before the tribulation. But it doesn't say. So you can't put that specific on to what he's saying. We that endure to the end, meaning until I am taken off this earth, as long as I am enduring the pain and suffering that I have to go through as being a follower of Christ, then I will be saved.
It's another one too, you know, Habakkuk. Let me read it to you. Habakkuk got to go through it too. There's no getting out of it. Oh, Daniel? You think Daniel is not gonna go through tribulation? I'm gonna read that to you too, but let me read that to you in Habakkuk first, right? Showing, I just want you to prove to you that they gotta go through it. We all have to. So this is Habakkuk 3. Now, why would Habakkuk say this? Habakkuk 3 and verse 2, it says, "O Lord Yahweh, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord Yahweh, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy." Right? Now, I'm going to jump down to verse 16. Right? It says, "When I heard, my belly trembled. My lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his truth." Why would Habakkuk say that? Why would he say that I might rest in the day of trouble? What is the trouble that we're seeing?
We are going through trouble at just as life right now.
I just read you the trouble that we got to go through.
No, you didn't.
So what's Jacob's trouble?
Jacob's trouble could have been the trouble that he went through during his lifetime. Did he not have to go through trouble? Do you not know what happened with Jacob and all the things that he had to go through with being a follower of Christ, and how the devil tried to tempt him this way and he went for certain things? Is that not trouble?
That's a form of trouble, yes.
But
what is the actual trouble?
No, that's a form of trouble, yes. So you can't specify which trouble he's talking about unless he says it in the Bible.
But I just read it to you. I read you Jeremiah 37.
First of all, you skipped the verse.
What verse did I skip?
All right, let me see.
What verse did I skip?
Let me see. Where you read from?
Okay, you want me to bring out what I just read to you?
Yeah.
I was Habakkuk. I just read that, the speech, the warning. He said, "In wrath, remember mercy," right?
Right.
Why would he say that? Because he got to go through the tribulation. Edris, woe is me, woe is me. Who gonna deliver me in those days? Who gonna save me? Listen, now, when I heard, my belly trembled.
But that's what I'm saying. He's going from here to here. So
because no, look, this is talking about.
I'm gonna look it up on my phone.
No, listen. This is talking about, you know, the Lord when He returns with power and great glory. This is just the vision of the end that happens.
Finish off that sentence because I want to know what he's talking about.
Okay, so you want me to read the whole thing? I'm gonna read the whole thing.
I'm gonna tell you when to stop.
Okay, let me read the whole thing. Okay, so in wrath, remember mercy, right? All right. Verse 3. It says, "God, the living God, came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Salah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise." What is Habakkuk talking about? What is he saying?
He's pretty much saying
his glory covered the heavens.
Right, so everybody in heaven is saved.
No, his glory is the fathership that he's getting ready to return in. That's the glory. You read that in 2nd Esdras 2, chapter 13. All right, that's the glory. Look,
let me do my research though, gang. I'm listening.
I could read it to you.
But I want to do my own research. I can't just go off what somebody said.
Okay, all right, let me finish. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. What is that talking about? What does the horn represent?
Trumpet?
No, the horn represents the laser beams that's going to get shot out of the spaceships, the UFOs.
No, man, that's not what's...
Oh my God! So what does the horn mean then, bro? What does the horn?
Know.
You don't know. So how are you gonna tell me? And I know.
You don't know. You're just saying what you think. You can't put specifics.
He says, "I don't know what the horn mean in the Bible," and I'm telling him it represents power.
And
horn represents power.
That's what you think.
I
don't have to believe it though, gang.
Okay, you don't have to.
Right.
I'm gonna read it to you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna break it down to you. That's
And
my
I'm
job.
gonna listen because that's what I do.
All
I
right.
take information.
Okay, look. And his brightness was as the light. What's that talking about?
Tell me.
His power.
Okay.
His majesty.
Now
Does that
I don't
make
disagree
sense?
with. That makes sense.
Okay, so let's keep reading. His brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand. What is that talking about?
I couldn't tell you that.
Power, the pure
So
fire
if he's
coming
saying-
out from the spaceship.
Listen to this.
Okay.
Listen to this. This is
How
my
can I-
rebuttal. Because now I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
There's horns coming out of it.
Remember we talked about
Whose
how.
hands? Whose
no,
hands is
listen.
these?
Remember how we talked about how in the Bible it's written. It's like it's not literal, but it's like it's dark parables.
Yeah.
That's what we're reading. I'm breaking it down to you. His horn represents power. Came out of his hand. That just means it's coming out of the spaceships, the chariots, pure fire, pure lasers, zapping people. You watch that movie Independence Day? I gotta give you like visuals of
No, I
what
didn't see Independence Day. What scene you talking about?
the scene where like the aliens had came in the spaceships.
Oh yeah.
And started zapping.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give you a visual of what Habakkuk is seeing in the end times, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna read it again because like I said, it's not meant for everybody to understand. You see, because look, I'm telling you, I get this all the time. Like people, they think their interpretation is the right one, and it's really not.
You're doing the same thing.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You think that
I believe through faith. Humbly speaking,
Right, and I can
have
believe
the
through my
correct
own
breakdown.
type of
That's
faith.
why I'm out here.
I got to do my own research.
You
my
do,
own
you
research.
do.
I can't go off what you
No,
say
I
and
agree.
automatically believe it.
I agree.
This is why I'm listening. I'm taking the information in.
Okay.
And once I get home or whatever the case may be, I'm gonna do my own research. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see what you was talking about.
All right, bet.
And if it's something that I feel like might have been true or something that I can go off of,
Okay.
then that's gonna be something that I start to.
Hey, it was meant for you to be here today. I hope you know that.
Oh, I know.
All right,
I know.
bet.
God set up everything.
All right, bet. So let's finish this. It says, and his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Right? Right?
Yeah.
It says, before him went the pestilence. The burning coals went forth at his feet. What's that talking
All right,
about?
hold on. Let me stop you. 'Cause now I'm starting to connect some dots.
Okay.
So, you know where it says in Revelation, I forgot which specific chapter, but where
19?
it says, it might be 19, it might be, I don't think so.
I could get it.
But where he is on the white horse and he's
Oh,
coming
let me get it.
down, and he's
it.
gonna kill the devil and all
Yeah.
the demons.
Let me get it. I'm gonna get it real quick. That's good. That's good because that links up with what we just read.
That's what I'm
So
thinking.
this is Revelation 19. This is what you're talking about. Revelation 19 and verse 11. It says, "And I saw heaven open." This is John. He's seeing a vision of the last days of the end times.
Right.
And I saw heaven open. Heaven is the Shemayim. That's the heaven. Shemayim is Hebrew for the heavens. He saw it open. He saw the Lord coming through the atmosphere. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of God. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. What is that talking about? Who are the armies that follow him upon white horses? Good. And out of his mouth, clove a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. What is that talking about?
Hold on, let me say what I gotta say. Now that you read that, and that has similarity with the verse that we just read before, right?
Okay.
So where do you think we're gonna be when all this is going on?
Well, Lord willing, we experience these things and we're allowed to see it.
But where? Are we gonna be here on earth? Or
Here
are we gonna
on
be
earth.
in the style?
Here on earth.
I
bro,
disagree.
with all
And if
these
we're
things.
here on earth, then and
He
he's fighting
disagrees.
demons. No, listen. Now tell me if this makes sense. If we're here on earth and there's a big ass battle in the fucking sky, right? What the fuck are we gonna be doing? It just doesn't make sense naturally.
What are we going to be doing?
Taking
let me read something
a
else
crisscross applesauce and you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Let me read something else to you, my man. This is what we hope. The hope for elect. This is what we hope we will be doing in that time and that day. I'm gonna just read it to you, and I want you to explain this to me. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 15. It says, "But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them. He shall take to him his jealousy for a complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of a helmet. He shall take holiness for an invincible shield. His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise." What is that talking about? You just asked, what are we going to be doing in that time when God comes and he starts fighting all the demons and the angels fighting the demons? What are we going to be doing? What did I just read to you? It says, "His severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with him against the unwise."
Right.
Who does the world represent?
Us.
Right. The world of Israel.
So
the
we're
elect.
not. So if we're fighting with them,
we're gonna fight with them against the unwise.
Right.
So what are we gonna be doing?
No, listen. If we're fighting with them,
okay,
are we gonna be right here on the ground just like humans, getting swords and shit, fighting with them, or are we gonna be already in heaven and come down with them and battle with them? It doesn't make sense for us to fight them as mortals because we're automatically going to lose. Me and you are made out of mud and clay. It says that in Genesis. We can't fight a demon that's made out of fire and whatever else they're made of. I forgot. We are going to be taken up. We're going to be transformed by the renewing of God, and he's going to bring us back down, and then we're going to battle. We can't battle like mortals because we're fighting something that is mortal. We are physical creatures, and we cannot fight a spiritual creature. We are spiritual beings, and we are physical creatures, if that makes sense.
Right? I mean,
so he's going to transform us into our spirituality form, and we're going to come back, and then the fight is going to happen. It's not going to happen as mortals, gang. We're not going to be mortals.
Okay, so when I read verse 17, when it says, "He shall take to him his jealousy for a complete armor, and make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies," what is that talking about? Who's the creature that he's going to turn into his weapon?
I don't know.
Who do you think the creature is? Do you know about King David and his mighty men? Do you know King David?
Yeah.
That's our king, you know. That's our king. Right? We have a king that this world ain't want to tell us. Boom. So do you know that his tabernacles, his house, which is also written of in the prophecies, that his house, which is called the Bayath Dawadah, his tabernacles, is going to be raised up in the last days, and God is going to set it up before his second coming? Mm-hmm. Right. So those men that are part of that house, they're going to fight in that war. They're going to be on the earth fighting in that war in that day.
Right.
They ain't going to be taken up yet. They're going to be fighting.
How are we going to fight spiritual beings as mortals?
Listen.
Okay, no.
What do you mean spiritual beings?
We're going to fight demons. We're not going to be fighting people, gang. There's no way. It's physically impossible for you to fight something that is a demon. That shit can go invisible on you. Real talk. There are demons right here around us right now. There are jinn right here in front of me and you. Right. So how am I supposed to fight something that can go invisible and I can't even see that shit? It doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, so you're right. All right, you're right. But God, I just read to you that God is going to bless men with superpowers.
The blessing is giving us our spiritual body.
Now that is going to happen when the rapture takes place. Yes, it's going to change our bodies. But before that, we had to go through the tribulation first. We had to go through Jacob's trouble first. That's what I'm telling you. We're not going to get right? It ain't no 7-year tribulation. We're not gonna get raptured.
We are
Well, we are gonna get raptured, but it is no 7-year tribulation.
I believe
We're going to go. We have to go through it. I read it to you, bro. And let me see.
You're not reading anything that gives me any 100% fact.
So when I read to you, woe is me, who gonna deliver me in those days? What is Edris talking about, bro?
The days of man. The days that we're going through right now. The trouble that you were just talking about, right? You said the troubles.
Right.
I forgot which verse it was.
Jacob's trouble.
Jacob's
Jeremiah
trouble.
30:7.
This is troubling right now. Life is troubling. That's general.
Bro, there's an actual trouble that's going to come in your lifetime. That's what I'm reading to you that we have to go through.
Okay.
When Edris said, there's Edris in the book of Edris, I remember if it was like 7, second Edris 7 or 8, one of those. He said there's fire on one side, there's water on the other. Only one man could go through at once, you know, to get to that golden city. Do you know what he's talking about? Only one man could get. That means, bro, it's oh my gosh, the straight gate that God was talking about in the New Testament. You got to go through the straight gate. You can't go out to the side. No, you got to go straight. What that represents, he's telling you have to go through it.
Okay, answer me this: is there a 7-year tribulation?
No, there is no 7-year tribulation.
I have multiple Bible verses right here that
Okay.
speaks on the 7-year tribulation.
Okay, read them.
All right, so first we got 1 Daniel 9:24-27. Right? This is ChatGPT. I mean, this is pretty easy to get.
Daniel 9.
Yeah, 24 through 27. Daniel speaks for 70 weeks, meaning 70 sets of 7 years, or 490 years total. The final week, the last 7 years, is separated from the rest and believed by many to describe a future time of tribulation, meaning there will be a time of tribulation.
Bruh, don't listen to that, bruh.
This is the Bible. Look it up.
No, that's going on.
Read it from the Bible.
Look,
go to the scripture and say.
that's what I mean, bro. You gotta get the
Go to the scripture and say it.
Understand it, bro. Daniel chapter 9. In Daniel chapter 9, right? He's in this specific chapter, he's praying for the children. He's praying for the children of Israel, right?
But tell me what it says.
Like, it don't got nothing to do with 7-year tribulation, bro.
But tell me what it says. You're reading all the other verses.
Okay, let me read it to you. Let's read it to you, bro. It says, in the first year of Darius, the son of Azorius, of the seed of the Medes, that's a Persian king. That's King Darius. He's a Persian king, so-called East Indian. He's an Elam, right? Which was made king over the realm of the Chaldeans. In the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, understood by books the number of the years whereof the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, the prophet, that he will accomplish 70 years in the desolation. 70 years in the desolation of Jerusalem. That's just going into 7. The number 7 represents completion, bro.
I know what it is.
It's not literal.
All right, go to Revelations chapters. Okay. There's a lot in Revelation. Go to chapter.
And like I said, this whole chapter is really going to Daniel praying, you know, for these people, basically, bro.
All right, let me hit up Revelation.
And for the Lord to have mercy on us. That's it. That don't got nothing to do with 7-year tribulation, bro. That's not in the Bible. You're not going to see that. You're going to see tribulation.
I'm seeing it right here,
and I'm trying to read to you the different prophets that seen it and experience, like, that witness. Let me see something. Let me see. Daniel chapter 12. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1, real quick. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble. That's Daniel.
That means there will be a time of tribulation.
Let's keep reading.
No. Stop right there. Will there? Yes or no? We got to get the basics of things down first. So
I think you're trying to get around you going through tribulation. You can't get around it.
No,
You gotta
I
go
want
through
to
it,
make
bro.
sure that we're on the same page all the way through.
Okay.
You're trying to get me to change from the whole thing, but I'm trying to go one step at a time. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So basically, based off what you just said, is there or is there not tribulation?
There is tribulation coming, and you're in the beginning stages of it. I read that to you.
I don't want to hear all that, but you
Okay.
said yes, there's tribulation.
Yes.
Okay, now keep reading. What was you about to say?
Oh, keep reading? Okay. So, and at that time, right, shall Michael stand up? Why do Archangel Michael have to stand up at that time, bro? Why? Here it
to
is.
come and fight the devil
Okay.
and the demons.
Let's keep reading. Which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble.
We already agreed on that. I don't know why you said it like
Such as never was.
that. Right?
Since there was a nation even to that same time. Break that down. Such as never was. Since there was a nation. Break that down to me, please. What is Daniel talking about?
The tribulation period.
So, right. And this is a time like never before, right? That's getting ready to take place, right? That the prophets of old seen, right? And they got sick, right? Okay, let's keep reading, my friend. Let's keep reading. It says, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Right. That verse is literally helping my statement. But now let me give you Revelations 11, let me see, 11:2 through, I think, 3. It says, but exclude the outer court. Do not measure it.
That's Revelation 11?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on, you go to it.
All right, let me know.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Revelation 11:2.
Oh, so what point are you trying to prove when you're reading this?
The 7 years. No, that's what I'm on now. I'm going step by step, man.
7 years.
I'm going step by step.
And you're reading a Revelation 11. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. But exclude the outer court. Do not measure it, because it has been given to the Gentiles. They will trample over the holy city for 42 months. And I will appoint my 2 witnesses, as they will prophesy for 1,260 days, closing Slathcon. That's 7 years. 120 days is 7 years.
No, that's not what that's talking about.
What?
That's not what that's talking about, man.
What?
That is not what that's talking about.
Oh, man.
That's Revelation 11, you know. That's not what that's talking about.
Well, we can agree to disagree. I can say what you're talking about is not what that's talking about. If I were to say the same thing, you would tell me that's what it is. And I can say that's what it is.
Okay, so basically, you really do believe that there's going to be a 7-year of tribulation first, and that God's people...
I just read it.
Look, and that God's people is not going to go through it, but they're going to be raptured first, and then the 7-year tribulation is going to take place?
I do.
So you believe that?
I do.
All right, well, if you believe that, bro, I can't.
Yeah, I already
Because
know.
what I'm telling the brother is there is no such thing as a 7-day tribulation, and we will have to go through that. That's what I'm telling the brother. But like I said, he don't believe that he's going to go through it. So let me ask you this. So when they present you with that digital device, do you know about the hour of temptation?
Yeah.
So that's in Revelation chapter 3, if I'm not mistaken. The hour of temptation. Why did God say it? And let me read it real quick. Let's read it. Because I want you to break that down to me. So Revelation 13. Let me see. Revelation 13 Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Break that down. What is the hour of temptation?
What verse is that?
That's Revelation 3 and 10. I'm going to read it again. Break that down. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
All right, let me start off reading verse 10. This is what you said. Revelation 3:10.
Right, read it.
Since you have kept my command to endure patiently, I will keep you from the hour of trial. Meaning, he's going to save us from the hour of trial.
What is that trial?
In the beginning, we already...
What is that trial that we have to go through?
Oh, listen. I don't know what you agreed to, but I said the hour was the tribulation, right? So is that what you're saying?
What is that trial that he just said we have to go through that he's going to keep us from?
That's what I'm trying to figure out what you think it is.
Look, do you want me to tell you what that trial is?
I want
that mark of the beast. That mark of the beast.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Listen, when that mark of the beast is when it's declared in society, when it's implemented,
we're going to be kept from it.
We're going to be kept from it.
That's what it says.
So when they come to you and ask you, have you taken the mark of the beast? What are you going to say?
Bruh, they're not. If he's going to keep us from it, okay, let me tell you how it's going to work. No, stop laughing, gang, because you're wrong. And the Bible just proved it. Your verse proved my fact. So if he's going to keep us from it, so what's going to happen, right? In the end, when they present people with digital ID,
right, and
after the first 3.5 years, and people don't want to take it, they're going to start beheading people.
3.5 years, bro? It's going to take that long?
Bro, listen, gang. Why do you keep doing that?
Bro,
I'm not doing that to you. I let you speak.
Listen, you just said,
bro, I let you speak, right?
Okay.
All right, gang. So after the first 3.5 years, gonna go good. Everything. They're gonna make him look like, a king, the Antichrist. They're gonna make him look good and everything. But after the first 3.5 years, he gonna flip, right? And that's when people gonna start getting beheaded because they're not taking the mark. The mark, if you take the mark, you're automatically gonna be not sent to hell, but you're automatically have a one-way ticket to hell, right?
And this is after 3.5 years.
This is after. I don't know when they're gonna start beheading people, but I do know.
You just said after 3.5 years.
Because that's what they say in the Bible. It says the first 3.5 years you're gonna make them look good.
So
if they make them look good in the first 3.5,
understanding.
But I'm trying to explain it to you, and you're not listening, gang.
Bro, I'm listening, bro. But I just.
But you keep talking, gang. When you explain stuff, I let you speak, and I let you go to your verses. Okay. Now I'm speaking from your verse.
I'm saying
you don't want to let me speak.
But I asked you, what is that trial we have to go through? We have to endure.
The 7-year tribulation period. I already went to the verse that it told you where it's 7 years. Now I'm going off of your verse that you gave to me. Since you have kept my command to endure patiently, I will also keep you from the hour of trial that is going to come on the whole world.
So what? To try us, right?
Yes, to test the inhabitants of earth. Meaning, the people that have endured to the end, he is going to keep you from going through that trial.
So that means...
Meaning, you will never ever have to decide whether or not you're going to take the mark, because he's going to keep you from that. He just said that in the Bible. That's just your verse, right? So after the first 3.5 years, the people that don't accept Jesus Christ, and this is my message, and it might be separate from his, and I know this is his YouTube, but I'm going to say what I got to say. Because, you know what I'm saying, I ain't leaving till I do.
Go ahead, bro, go ahead.
But what's going to happen is, the first 3.5 years, everything going to look good. You need to answer that?
Nah.
And after the second 3.5 years, that's when people are going to start getting killed for not taking the mark and everything. That's when the people that wanted to be Christians but weren't enduring and didn't get raptured up, those are the people that's going to have to go through it. While you're going through it, you're going to have to make a choice whether or not you want to take this mark or whether or not you don't. If you take the mark, you automatically are going to hell when you die. If you don't take the mark, you might be beheaded, but you will go to heaven because you endured to the end of the 7-year tribulation period. That's what he's talking about when he says that.
Okay, so 7-year tribulation period. So it's literally going to be like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4th year, 12 months, right?
Yeah.
From January to December, 1 year, 2 year. And we got to wait 7, bro?
God damn, that's a long time, bro. We gonna be suffering, bro.
Now what you're doing is this. Now let
We
me tell
gonna be
you.
suffering.
Now let me tell you what
Do you get
let
it?
me tell you what you're doing now.
Oh,
First of all, you're saying it's a long time.
that shit
7
long
years
as fuck.
is the first.
I'm sorry.
It is long.
But
But
that's
that's
gonna be
the time that God
suffering, man.
decided. And I read it to you in the Bible where it said that. So you can't, it's not like you can, I mean, you can disagree if you want to, but I already showed you what the verse where it says it.
All right.
We went to that together. The 1,490 days.
Okay, so let me read this to you, and I want you to break this down to me, right?
I'll do my best.
It says, 2nd Esdras 16. Speaking about the plagues, right? 2nd Esdras 16. Oh, this is the times we're living in, too. 2nd Esdras 16 and 35. It says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. False doctrines and shit like that. The 7-year great chip, that shit, right? Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her pain, of her birth. Great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Break that last verse down. Be even as pilgrims upon the earth. What is that talking about?
I don't know what a pilgrim is. They were like the people.
You don't know what a pilgrim?
Like the people
pilgrimage? You know, like how our ancestors had to. We was running away from persecution. They were pilgrims, bro.
Okay.
We had to move.
All right, explain it.
Be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Why? Because the devil is going to come down with great wrath. Great tribulation is going to take place. Jacob's trouble, martial law, concentration camps, famine,
Now,
death.
let me tell you who he's talking to.
He's talking to us.
No,
All my
he's
people.
not. He's talking to the people that are trying. He's talking to the people that are, after everything goes down and after all the people like us have been raptured up, he's now talking about the people that are still trying, that are wanting to choose his side
still
now.
on.
This is what it says. This is your words. All right, okay. Even if you're right about everything that you said,
I just read
no,
to you.
no,
We gotta
listen,
be pilgrims. We gotta move.
Okay.
We gotta keep moving. We gotta move. We gotta be pilgrims because the devil is gonna try to kill us.
Now, okay. Even if you're right, now explain this to me, because I know you're getting it from YouTube, so I want them to get the authentic of everything.
Okay, read it. Well, what verse?
This is the verse that you gave me. Revelation 3. 10.
Okay, Revelation 3 and 10. Boom.
So now when he said this, explain to me what he's pretty much saying.
Okay.
Since you have kept my command.
Look.
No, let
I'ma
me
break
finish
it.
the verse. Let me finish the
have to
verse,
break
because I
it
want them to
down.
hear it.
I know, but we already read it.
But I want them to hear it again, gang.
Okay.
Since you have kept my command to endure patiently, I will also keep you from. What does the word from mean?
Keep reading, bro. Keep reading.
No, I'm gonna stop, bro, because you did the same thing.
All right, bro.
From the hour of trial
Right.
that is going to come on the whole world. Just like the verse said, the whole world. But except the people that have kept the command and endured patiently to test the inhabitants of the earth. What did he say?
He's saying the mark of the beast is going to be implemented. The devil is going to enforce that on everybody. That is the hour of temptation. That is the trial. God told us we're not dealing with that. God told us if you take that, guess what? Not only are you, if you take that mark, because that's the hour of temptation. That's a test that's going to try rich and poor. You read that in Revelation 13. That's the test, right? And if you fail that test, which means if you fail that test and you give in to the beast system, you give in to his image and you take that mark, guess what? You're sealed. You're sealed for destruction. But the Lord said he's going to keep those because we kept the word of his patience. We kept his law, statutes, and commandments. We kept the faith because the just is going to walk by faith. Because we kept the faith and we're not dealing with the mark, we said to hell with this place, to hell with our jobs, to hell with the beast system. No, we're going to be pilgrims upon the earth, man. We're going to wait until the Lord and Savior returns and delivers his chosen, the elect.
Now you just contradicted yourself.
How did I contradict myself? How?
So you just said he's gonna keep us from it, but we're gonna have to experience it at the same time.
Yes, he's going to listen.
from-
He's going to protect us. The Lord is getting ready to do miraculous works for his chosen, for the elect. You see, in that time, we are going to need miracles in that time, bro. We're not going to be able to buy food. We're not going to be able to buy water in that day. Okay? You're going to need the mark of the beast. That's the hour of temptation. That's the trial that you got to go through. That's the trial that I have to go through. We're both going to be presented with that mark, whether he believe it or not, you know. You're going to be presented. They're going to come to you and be like, yo, you got the mark of the beast? And what you going to tell them on? You going to tell them I know? Guess what? You going to tell them I know. They're going to try to grab your ass up, throw you into a back of a truck somewhere, and haul your ass to a concentration camp. That's what's about to go down. Huh? Oh, you think you're going to be raptured in that day?
I'm telling you what the Bible says, gang.
You think you're going to be raptured in that day?
Say.
Because,
I'm telling you
like
what the
I
Bible
said,
says.
that's the hour of temptation.
I'm giving you the verse that you gave me.
But God just said
and he's saying he's going to keep us from it. I'm going to give my message,
But
gang.
look, but
That's
God
what it
said,
says.
yes, he's going to protect his elect.
Right.
Because,
So if he's going to protect us, then we're not
because
going
we
to be
kept
in
the
it.
faith. We kept the faith, but we still got to go through it. You still got. And
how are we going to go through it and he's going to keep us from it at the same time?
He's going to protect us during that time, bro.
No.
He's going to guide us. That's when the holy angels are going to manifest. That's when the holy angels are going to manifest
after the 7 year
and guide
tribulation,
us.
and after the 7 year tribulation, then everything's gonna everybody else. That's when he's gonna come down, and fight the devil, and all that crazy stuff.
After the 7 year, you still on that, bro?
I'm telling you what the Bible says.
The Bible don't say
I
that.
read it
That's
to
what I'm
you.
telling- No,
I read it to you, word for word.
That's not the correct breakdown, bruh.
All right.
That's not talking about no 7 years.
I'm gonna dip out because I'm low key frustrated because.
But don't be frustrated,
No,
bro.
no, I am frustrated because I
look,
read to you your verse. And
yeah, Revelation 3:10.
Every verse that you said, you broke it down to me, and I agree with certain points and everything.
Okay. So being a pilgrim upon the earth. Remember when I read that to you?
Yes.
Why didn't you break that down to me? What is that talking
Because
about?
I don't know what it means. I can't
But I
speak
told
on something.
you what it meant.
Okay,
I told
but you
him.
didn't tell me who. Who are gonna? You're saying that we're gonna have to be pilgrims, but I'm giving you a verse that you gave me, and it says that he's gonna keep us from it.
I read
So that
you.
means he's saying the whole world, right?
Yes, the whole planet.
But he says, bro, I'm gonna show y'all this, gang.
Bro, they already know.
Okay, bro. I don't care, bro. Since you have kept my commandment,
Okay, we kept the faith.
right, to endure patiently, I will also keep you from it. I will keep you away from it. You will not have to go through it.
So that means we're
That's
not
exactly what the Bible says.
So that means we're not going to be presented with the mark of the beast at all.
Yes.
All right, bro. If you believe that, bro, look, then you going to
What is the hour of tribulation?
The hour of temptation or the great
I
tribulation?
forgot what it says.
Bro, you do know that it's all talking about the same trouble we have to go through, right?
The trouble
in order
isn't-
to get to
let me say this.
the promised land.
Right, okay, but the trouble isn't just the mark of the beast, gang.
No, that's a part of the trouble.
That's the main cause of the trouble. But it's also not choosing to worship the Antichrist. It's also not being able to buy food and water and all your groceries and stuff. It's also being pilgrims, like you said, and having to find places to run away from these evil people that are...
the military troops that's going to try to hunt us down.
Yeah.
They're going to hunt down the Israelites. They're going to hunt us down because we don't want to deal with the mark.
From it? Who is he keeping from? I'm going back to that point every time.
Okay, the Lord is going to protect us in that day because we're not taking the mark. So we're going to have to rely on the Lord and the faith that we have.
Okay.
That's why it's written, the just is going to live by faith.
Even with relying on the Lord to do all these things
because our
from
faith
us.
is going to get tested.
No, let me ask you this, though.
Okay.
So, everybody has free will, right?
Well, I mean, in this society, they say that, listen, in this society, they say we have free will, but according to the scriptures,
we have free will.
According to the scriptures, man's goings are of the Lord. It wasn't your will that you were going to talk to me today. You think I knew? You think this brother knew he's going to talk to me today, bro? It was not your will that you were going to run across me today. Now, was it?
Now let me say this, because let me explain it. I know what you're trying to say.
Okay.
So God put it on my heart to come and talk to you, right? but I still had the free will to decide whether or not I was going to or not. You get what I'm trying to say?
Oh yeah.
So he put it on my heart to come, like, he put it in my head, like, go over there and talk to this brother. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me do that. But I could have said no. And we've seen that where Jonah decided not to do what God said, and he got swallowed by the whale. Right?
And it wouldn't end up
Because
happening anyway.
I mean, he decided to go in, but before he decided to do that, he said no. He said no to God. This is
Okay.
possible.
Okay.
We don't have, you know what I'm saying? If free will wasn't a thing, there wouldn't be evil people like there are. And that's just a fact. That's point blank. So we all agree that we have free will.
I mean, I believe that my Father guides my footsteps to wherever I need to go. Because me saying I have free will, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of crazy. And I know that what I'm doing is all written, and you know it's meant to be. I would, you know, because I didn't choose to come out here, bro. I mean, yeah, you know, I have a conscious thought that I'm gonna come out, but really, I didn't. Really, God put the spirit on me before I even woke up that I was gonna do this today.
So God put the spirit on you, but
Yes,
you
but
still had the conscious decision.
I
You just
did.
said that.
But that don't mean I have.
That means you have free will.
Not really.
Your
Okay,
will
hold on.
is your own.
Okay, hold up. Let me see, because the Bible actually talks about that.
It does.
Let me see.
Because I'm about to pull it up too.
Yeah, the Bible talks about that. Let me see. Let me see where that was at. Oh, I got it. I think it's right here. Let me see. Damn, you do got.
I wish I had my notebook with me. I got all my verses in
It
it.
says the heart. Oh, well, this is Jeremiah 17:9, right? It says the heart is deceitful above all things.
And
desperately wicked.
Who can
Who
know
can
it?
know it? Break that down, bro.
That verse is saying that everyone, no matter how good any of us try to do, all of our hearts are desperately wicked. It's saying exactly what it means. Above all things. So no matter how righteous we think we are, no matter how well we think we're in the Bible, no matter about any of that, we are all wicked people.
Go to your Google real quick. 'Cause it's another one.
What you want me to put up? What you want me to add?
It's another one when it goes into like that. Let me see. Go to Google real quick. It says.
I know the plans that Jeremiah 29:11.
No, not that one. Hold up. I know. Hold up. Oh Lord, I know that. Not in himself. It's not in himself. Roughly paraphrasing, like I'm just trying to get that verse. I know. It probably was in Jeremiah. Yeah, see, Jeremiah 10:23. Let me get that real quick.
All right.
And I want you to break that down to me. It actually goes into that free will stuff. So, oh yeah, I had it. Jeremiah 10:23, it says, "O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps." Break that
It
down.
is not in man that walketh to direct his steps.
Right, break that down.
It is not in man that walketh to direct his own
That's going into
steps.
free will. Free will.
Let me think about it.
You gotta think.
I
That's going
can't
into free
think
will.
about how I want to break it down.
I mean, I know how I can break that down because
right, go ahead.
an example is you coming up here. That's that's a beautiful
That's-
example of what we just read. You coming up here not knowing where you were going. You didn't know you were gonna come across me today, and I didn't know I was gonna talk to you.
All right, let me ask you this: when Adam and Eve were in Genesis, I mean, not in Genesis, in the
that's
in the
Genesis.
Garden of Eden. I know it's Genesis. I'm talking about
Oh.
when they were in the Garden of Eden. They had their free will, so God is telling them, no, no. Just listen to how I'm gonna break it down. Why are you laughing
No,
at me,
it's funny
gang?
how you said it. You said God told them no. Just go ahead, bro.
But yeah, God said, no, do not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, right? And they decided on their own that they were going to do it anyway. So that's pretty much saying God's original plan for Earth was never to have us living the way that we're living right now. So we're all not living biblical. This was never God's plan for Earth. But since Adam and Eve decided to eat the apple, the fruit from the tree of knowledge of good and evil,
Yeah.
that opened up man's eyes to what is wrong and what is right. Now they know that they're naked and they're putting leaves over their stuff. So now they know the difference between right and wrong and have the choice whether or not to do that right and wrong. God does not control people because our God is not a controlling God. He doesn't want us to be puppets because then our love for him would never be real. This is a fact.
All right, hold on 1 second. I have one more that I want to read you with the going into, because I know Job spoke about something like that too, that he sealeth our instructions or something like that. Have you read that before?
I don't think I've heard of that.
Let me see. Let me break. I want you to break that down too.
All right.
Let me see. And this is my last one, but I ain't gonna lie,
This is a good conversation, gang. Like,
oh yeah, this is gonna be a good video. They gonna like this. I don't give a
Whether or
fuck.
not, we disagreeing and we have our different, sides.
Oh no, because we gonna know.
It's still knowledge, gang, at the end of
All right,
the day.
let me see your phone again. I know it's in the book of Job. Going into how, hold up, damn, bro. It's been a minute since I brought it out. Okay, I want you to break this. This is my last one. Sealeth. Got it. Or that Job 33. Now I want you to break this one down to me. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a minute since I brought these Job 33. Got it. Now break this down. Job 33, going into the free will stuff. Job 33 and 14, it says, for God speaketh once, twice. Job 33 and 14, for God speaketh once, twice, and man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction. So break that down.
You see?
You could read it out.
Which verse?
Read it out. Start at 14 and read it to them. Because we need to get to the.
For God speaketh once, twice, yet man perceiveth it not.
Okay.
In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he opened the ears of men, and saileth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man.
Oh wait! Stop! Hold up! That he may withdraw purpose from men. Read that again.
That he may withdraw man from his purpose, and hide pride from man.
Oh, and hide pride from men. I can do whatever I want. Dog can't, you know what I'm saying? Hide pride from men. That's going into free will. Oh, I got another one. And
Now, let me explain it though. You said explain it, right?
Yeah, break it down.
That's pretty much saying, okay, so if God give me a dream, right, or he give me a vision, because that's what he was speaking on. If he came in a dream,
it could be a dream, it could be a vision,
or it could be a spiritual encounter that you have midday.
Yeah, okay.
Regardless of what it is, he's saying that he may withdraw man from his purpose. Let's look up the definition of withdraw, because I want to
take away. Take away.
I just want to see what it means.
Yeah, it means to take away. And then and then it's another one too, if I'm not mistaken, in Proverbs. It's another one too. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Do you know what heart represents in the Bible?
No, what it is?
Now, in the Hebrew, it's la'ab. The la'ab, which is your mind. So we're going into the heart. It's going into your mind, right? You know how we be like, we got conscience. Yeah, it starts in the mind. Yeah. So the heart represents it's the la'ab, which it's not your literal heart, it's your mind in the Bible. So I think in the book of Proverbs chapter 21, it goes into the king's heart is in it. Yeah, go to Proverbs 21 real quick. Proverbs 21, we're gonna bring that out. We're gonna close out, but I hope it prays edifying, you know what I'm saying? Because we need to know these. We in the last days. I don't care. We need to know what's going on out here, bro. So Proverbs 21 and 1. This is all meant to be. I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? I like this. Proverbs 21.
21
and 1. Yeah, read that.
The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as rivers of water. He turneth it whosoever he will.
Okay, wait, break that down.
So with him having my heart, that means persuasion. It doesn't mean you're going to do this because I'm going to make you. This is what I believe. I think it means God can, when you pray on somebody and you're about to go speak to him and you're like, dear God, I hope that you open this person's heart to hear me out. And then you go speak to him and he hears you out, but he still turns you away. That's saying, so that's pretty much what this verse is saying. He's gonna give you the spirit of gentleness and the spirit of a childlike mind, where we get that from Galatians 6:20, but we don't gotta go into all that. And he allows that person to open, he puts a spirit upon them to make them feel a certain way so that they don't just reject you or turn away and hate you immediately. So if I were to come over here and talk to you, I could have been like, God, I hope this person isn't, I ask that you put the spirit of peace on this person's heart, and I ask that he doesn't cuss me out for what I have to say. And now you might feel a certain way, you might start feeling good today for some reason. That's God putting the spirit of peace, joy, and all these other spirits on you to make you feel a certain way so that you won't act a certain way. But you still have the choice to act in whichever way you want. It just persuades you to act in the way that God is asking for you to act. That's what I think it means.
Okay, so the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So let me ask you this. When our ancestors were enslaved in ancient Egypt, and we were under the hand of Pharaoh Ramses and them, and Moses came through and was pretty much telling Pharaoh to let his people go. Remember when Pharaoh, at first, Pharaoh didn't want to let the people go? So, Proverbs 21:1, the Lord, it is written that the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. He hardened his heart, which means, remember, at first Pharaoh, he wanted to let the Israelites go, but then his heart was hardened, and he was like, no, I'm not letting the Israelites go. Remember, we're talking about free will and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, did Ramses have free will back then?
Yes.
He did? So how come he didn't want to let the Israelites go?
Now let me break that down.
Okay.
So in that situation, Pharaoh, at the end of the day, when Moses kept coming back time after time after time, each time he said no to God. This is him abusing his free will. And in response to that, God brought back each plague stronger than the last. So as he continued to refuse the will of the Lord brought back plagues greater than the last before. And the last plague was the death of every firstborn son, unless you had the sheep's blood over your door. Ramesses, what's his name? Ramesses. Yeah, Pharaoh didn't have that.
Yeah.
So his firstborn died, and he realized that defying God has such a grave punishment, whether you're on earth or you're in hell. It has such a grave punishment that I need to go ahead and listen. So that even then he could have said, you know what, God, bring your next plague. Bring your next plague. I'm gonna keep saying, no, I ain't gonna never let him go. But God made a promise to his people that he was going to deliver them. And that's what he did in the end. No matter whether he had to get somebody to come kill Pharaoh, or he had to get Pharaoh to get his firstborn died so that he can change his heart and change his mind.
Okay. Because like I said, I felt like Pharaoh back then, his heart was proud. Just like how the modern day Pharaoh, which the modern day Pharaoh is the so-called white man.
Right.
Their heart is proud. They're moving forward with their NWO, the New World Order.
Right.
Why? Because God already put it in their hearts to do so. It's already sealed. Their instruction is already sealed.
Now let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you think God will put it in somebody's heart for these, and I don't think you understand all the things that these evil people are doing. All you understand is the biblical aspect of it, but there's a whole plethora of things, even past the biblical aspect that they're doing. And I know about these.
Oh, you talking about evil?
Yeah.
Of course.
So even past that, you think that God would put it in their heart for them to do these things, or you think that the devil, who they worship, is putting it in their mind to do these things?
You
The
want me-
whole
you want me to
world.
bring you up? I'm gonna read this to you. So break this down, because you heard what he said. So let's see what God says. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45. This is Isaiah 45 and verse number 7. It says, "I form the lights," not me, but the Lord. It says, "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things." Break that down.
I couldn't tell you what he was
And
talking about.
maybe that might have just answered your question.
It didn't.
Is it God or the devil that put it on the hearts of these evil people to do what they're doing? Or is it Satan? Is it Satan or is it God? Who is it?
So when he's saying he created evil, what did he do when he when Satan took 1/3 of the angels and turned them into demons? I mean, not turned them into demons, but turned them against God. What did he do?
Wait. Turn who against God?
1/3 of the angels.
1/3 of the angels turned against God?
Yes.
Really? When it's written that all the devils tremble before the living God and obey him? What do you mean?
So the demons, the people that got kicked out of heaven. That's what I'm talking
Who
about.
got kicked out of heaven, bro?
Satan, Lucifer, all these people.
Now you know. Satan works
All
for
right,
the
I'm done,
Lord.
gang. I'm done. I'm done, gang.
All right, bro. So, nah, bro. Not the number. I don't get it.
Give it Instagram.
I don't get on none of that.
All right, now it was good talking
Yeah,
to you.
I don't get on none of that. But look, bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's serious though. This, me and you was meant to happen. Because look, we both gonna see it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you may think, like I said, you could, like I said, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna keep, warning the people. All I'm doing is warning you. I'm warning you of the tribulation to come, Jacob's trouble, and that mark of the beast that they are going to present unto us, bro.
What verse did God
Right?
speak about the devil shooting out of heaven as fast as lightning?
And then before you leave, you got to know the true names of the Lord, because you still don't. So the Lord, all caps, is Yahweh. It's on my chest. It's
I already know
Yahweh.
the names.
You do?
Yeah. Yahweh, Yeshua. I don't know how to pronounce it. but
Yahweh, Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh
That's all I
Shai
can
is the Son. That's
Right.
who the world English called Jesus. That's who's going to return with power and great glory and deliver us from slavery.
say. And he said unto them, I behold Satan as lightning. Wait, that's the wrong version. Let me look up NIV.
That's how
'cause I can read
Luke
NIV.
chapter 10. That's Luke
said
chapter
what?
10? That's Luke chapter 10?
It's Luke chapter 10,
Okay.
verse 18.
Okay, read it.
Let me go.
This
get
is
to
the last
NIV.
one. Damn, bro. Shit.
Man, Bible Gateway tweaking.
But yeah, bro.
Jesus said,
Oh,
I
go
know I saw Satan fall like a bolt of lightning out of the sky.
ahead. Okay.
What is he talking about?
His rulership. Read it one more time. Luke chapter 10. Read
Jesus
that.
said-
No, read it out to them so I can break it down to you. Luke chapter 10 and verse,
Luke chapter 10, 18 through 19.
Bet.
Jesus said, I know I saw Satan fall like a bolt of lightning out of the sky.
Stop. The Lord said he's seen Satan, the so-called white man's power structure, coming crashing down like lightning. Read.
Out of the sky. See what I have given you, a safe passage as you walk on snakes and scorpions, and protection from every assault of the evil one. No one can put a hand on you. All the same, the great triumph is not in your authority over evil, but in God's authority over you and your presence with you. Not all what you do for God, but what God does for you. That is the agenda for rejoicing.
Okay, I'm gonna break that down. I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven. That means the Lord seen this power
No,
structure.
this is Jesus talking.
Yahweh
This is the
Shai.
Son.
Yahweh
Okay.
Shai.
I'm gonna say Jesus because that's what they know him as.
Okay, but they know him. We know him as Yahweh Shai. All right.
All right.
Seriously,
Come
Yahweh
on,
Shai
man.
said, "I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven." Babylon is going to fall like lightning. It's falling like lightning right now. This current power structure is going to fall. It's going to collapse. Behold, I give unto you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy. That begins with the knowledge that we have spiritually. And the Lord is literally going to give out power, real power. You're going to see brothers flying. You're going to see them shooting lasers out their eyes. Yeah, you laughing? You're going to see them shooting fire out their hands. Behold,
That's
I give...
not biblical, gang.
That's not biblical?
It's not.
All right. Behold, I give... Wait.
Listen.
Oh,
you got some up?
I got to finish. I give unto you power to tread on... He said it's not biblical. It's okay. We believe over this way. I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding in this, rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you. Don't be happy that you're doing all these things, because it's not your will, it's mine. Rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. You are of the elect, the eklektos written of in the Bible. You're a part of the chosen,
Even with that, you don't have your free will. I'm going to say what I have to say. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Even with that, you don't have free will. God, when he said he created evil, he was talking about when he kicked out Satan, when he kicked Satan and the 1/3 of the demons out of heaven and created hell. That's when sin came into the world. That's when Satan, Lucifer, turned into a serpent and tricked Eve into eating the apple. That's is that not in the Bible?
Okay.
That said that word for word. You can't even argue with that, man. But that's what happened.
So Satan was kicked out of heaven.
Yes, he felt like lightning.
So in the book of Job, I think that's either Job 2, when it has said that Satan had came before the throne, and he had came before the throne, and he pretty much asked God about Job and servant or something like that. You can read it on your own.
I know what verse you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking
about. Why did it say okay, why would Satan go before God if he was kicked out of heaven? Basically, is my question unto you. If you read that in Job 2.
There are different dimensions, and Satan can cross over. So you ever heard of like tarot reading and all that stuff? So what they do, tarots do, is a jinn sneaks up into heaven. They get right there next to the gates. They can't go in, but they get there right there next to the gates, and they're listening, and they're hearing whispers and things that the angels are maybe talking about, right? And they get this information and they bring it down to the people that are asking for the tarot. So when Satan is going up to heaven, he went up there at the gate. He's not in heaven, gang. He's at the gate and he's saying, can I do this to Job? Because we all know who has the power of the end, right? God. So before he makes a decision, before Satan makes a decision on any of our lives, he has to go get permission from the Almighty. That doesn't mean he's in heaven. That means he's at the gates. He will never be in heaven again because God kicked him out. That's what I believe. Hey, man, it was good talking to you. I'm finna dip out, though. You got something else for me to say?
Well, I'm done, bro. You know, but like I said, it's all gonna boil down to, you know, like I said, we all gonna see the truth of it all real soon, man. All I can do is give the warnings. You know, like I said, I'm not mad at his brother at all. You know what I'm saying? He may come back and we may chop it up again while I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. Like I said, I hope and pray this was edifying and comforting and motivating to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And with that, shalom to the Bayav Dawud, David, shalom to the elect. I'm saying shalom.